I had a letter from someone. I'll read part of it. It's very short. From India, this person writes, "Who can be my guru? I am in desperate need of a guru to guide me and direct me towards the right path." It's not an uncommon question, more common in places like India than America, but nonetheless, it brings up the question, who is a true guru? And of course, the question here is, how do I find such a one? Well, if you scan the ages of East and West, you'll see that there have been many great disciples of a true guru who was no longer in the body. For example, St. Francis in respect to Jesus Christ, and any number of great saints of Christianity who lived centuries long after the life of Jesus Christ. Same can be said of Buddha and Krishna and so on, because that suggests that a true guru, one who truly is a son of God, no longer needs a physical body to respond to a sincere devotee's call for guidance. Okay, I won't go further in that direction because I felt the questioner was really wanting somebody in the body. That's how most people, even if they have no interest in having a guru, most people imagine that a guru is somebody in the body, is a teacher, and whatever else they might imagine about a guru, whether they are skeptical or desirous, isn't so important. But let's focus on the question from the standpoint of rephrasing it to say, I'm looking for a spiritual teacher to guide me. I say that because a true guru in the sense of a Jesus Christ or Buddha, or for many of us like myself, Paramhansa Yogananda, is not so easy to stumble across. You know the expression, don't you? When the disciple is ready, the guru appears. And because I was one who went off searching for my guru and went to India in my mid-20s, but came up unsuccessful, a little bit like Dorothy and her little dog Toto, who had to go home to find what they were looking for, it was the same for me. So the idea of running out and looking for a guru is, well, you can't help it if you really want to do it, I guess, but it's not always been a successful attempt. Why? Because even a spiritual teacher, one of some degree of spiritual maturity, what to mention a true avatar, a guru, one with the spirit, operates on the law of magnetism, on the law of vibration. Just as if you wanted to learn about science, not just anybody can go knock on the door of Albert Einstein. He's not going to teach kindergartners. So too, to attract a true guru, the real issue is whether you are a true disciple. But nonetheless, let's get back to the search. Otherwise, this would take a book to respond to. So if you're looking then for a spiritual teacher, do the obvious. Go on the internet, look around, read some books, talk to other people. But don't be fooled. The odds of your getting a true guru are very, very small. And so, as Jesus said, test the spirits. See if they are of God. But in any case, also acknowledge that there are many wise people who have much to offer, and to sort of work your way up the ranks, as it were, as you purify and refine the depth of your own discipleship. And what does discipleship mean for my purposes here today? It means openness. Not the dumb kind of openness that attracts to yourself these false spiritual teachers who abuse people. I don't mean that. I mean openness with intuition, openness with calmness, openness to true spiritual teachings. I think of one spiritual teacher who was famous decades ago, but who encouraged the disciples to engage in sex and so forth. You know, if any teacher advises something that just goes against both common sense and the great teachings of East and West, then you need to think twice, okay? But there are wonderful spiritual teachers out there. It's just that you need to recognize that, as I said before, they're probably not on the level of a Jesus Christ or Buddha or Yogananda. And so follow your own inspiration as you search and maybe read their books or listen to their talks and pursue that. But keep your eyes open, and whatever is taught, you should test it out. But you've got to take responsibility for the steps you take and the decisions you make. It's not about giving over your power. Even if you were there with Paramhansa Yogananda or Jesus Christ, a true guru is going to have your own highest interests in mind. But to have that relationship, it's a relationship of deep trust. Some of the greatest disciples have been greatly tested, even beyond their common sense. And that's tricky stuff for the uninitiated, if you'll pardon my pun. So use your common sense. It's right and true to be open to spiritual guidance. Now, will you ever have a personal relationship with one of these teachers? Probably not. And if you do, I just will say again, not so much be wary, but use your common sense and make sure that whatever might be given to you personally, should you have such a relationship, resonates with you. And always take responsibility step by step. There are not enough people even open to wanting guidance, even courageous enough to ask, even inwardly, what to mention outwardly face to face with an individual. Because I field so many questions, I'm in contact with people who do ask for guidance and so forth. But that's why this is such an important topic, and I don't want to discourage anyone, because there are so few who are even interested in asking this very important question.